Alright, so in this video we're going to be doing the Demon Brothers, and if you saw the screen just went black for a second, it's because I tabbed out. But yeah, I'm going to drop down. I'm using the Hollow Karthus Cursor plus 10, so I have a little bit of a bleed build going, but it's not necessary, it's just something to help. Okay, so you're going to run left, so the demon on the left is going to jump at you. It's the demon from below. And for that jumping attack, you don't want to space yourself out too much, just so you get that extra damage. Pretty much this entire fight is about leaving yourself as available as possible, because these guys do attack very frequently. And the reason why you're taking such a passive approach is because during the passive portion of the fight, kind of like I'm doing right now, where you're waiting for attacks and sprinting away and stuff. It's actually just very easy. I mean, right now all I'm doing is sprinting away and making sure not to get myself caught up against a wall or something. It's very simple and easy, so I don't care. I don't really worry too much about how long the fight takes. And of course, I'm not trying to fight them or go on the offensive or try to counter them or anything like that when both of them are aggroing towards me, because it's so much roll catching and stuff. You're only ever going to see me fight when one of them is aggroing, or if both of them are calm and stuff, because that's also a pretty easy opening. But of course you have to maybe consider the possibility that if they're passive, they'll still attack you in their passive state. Now that pink mist trail initially doesn't hurt you, but when the wave comes, I mean not pink, purple, when that purple mist trail comes, it obviously doesn't hurt you. You just want to wait for the trail to come, and then when that purple wave comes, you want to roll for that one, or just space yourself out for it, whatever. I find it's easier to space because it leaves you available to roll. If you're kind of waiting for the last moment, you roll for that just one attack. It's possible for the demon to roll catch you. Also, when I'm behind these demons, I'm making sure not to get back swiped, because that back swipe hits like a fucking truck. Basically all of their claw attacks hit very, very hard. If you get hit by a claw attack, like a basic claw attack, like something like this, you're losing the Estus. If you get hit with that back swipe, it's like 2 Estus, and you're basically dealing with 3 bosses in this, so it's really effectively dealing with 3 bosses if you're not considering the lore. So yeah, you don't want to do something that's going to make you lose an Estus just like that, yeah. People highly recommend bleed builds for this, but I don't know, the notion of making someone do a build is stupid. It's better to just point out where your openings are and where it's not safe to attack, and that's it. Because if you tell a person making a build, they might have to spec like 30 points into something or something ridiculous. It's absurd. You could be like 2 hours into farming, holding 10 million souls, but you lose all of them, and it's like back to 0, so fuck that. It's a stupid idea. So yeah, now they're both aggroing and stuff, and I think it's been that way for like maybe a couple of seconds now. Actually no, for quite a long time obviously, but so I'm staying off of them. They will scream and stuff when they aggro. When they de-aggro, they'll slam both of their claws into the ground and make an explosion, so that's a fun tip. If my commentary feels like it's not really relevant to the visuals and stuff, it's because it's a really long fight and there's a lot of cycles and repetitions. So don't worry, I'll make sure this is effective, ultimately. Just gotta bear with me. Now, that kind of a purple mist attack, that toxic mist attack, it will damage you immediately. I think it does like some physical damage or something, and then it builds up your poison meter and causes toxic. So you want to be cautious for that. That's usually something that's done by a demon that's not aggro. Over here, you get a combination of different poison mist attacks, so space that out. I think this is like the 6th attempt. These guys really aren't a joke when it comes to New Game Plus 7. Now, did I notice anything different about this difficulty? Yeah, I think I noticed just more difficult cycles and combos. Like, they seem to throw those annoying attacks, or those very clutchy attacks more often. Like right now, he just tried to purple mist me, during my opening, and that's something I definitely felt happen more often during New Game Plus 7. Right now I have them both at roughly, you know, the same health. It's not really necessary, to be honest, because it's more about taking those small little moments to attack, you know, just once or twice, because you got to be as available as possible. That's how you survive, basically. Yeah. I guess I can talk about this attack right here. They're doing that stomping attack with their claws. What you want to do, there's two ways to deal with it. You could just like sprint backwards for it. I guess it's a nice way of getting up to their face and hitting them. Not that it's a real benefit, but you could also line yourself up with one of their paws, kind of like I'm doing, and then rolling it. If you try to roll both of their paws, it's a bad idea. You just want to deal with one. Yeah. Over here I end up double rolling like a noob, but oh well. To be honest, this is a pretty noobish fight. I lose. I just get hit so many times, and like my build is so insanely powerful, as you can tell. It's such minimax to the bone. I mean, I have the friggin' Karthus Curse sword. It's hollow, and it's +10, and I got like 99 in almost every stat except luck. You know, it's insane. It's just too fucking powerful. And look at the damage I'm doing. Oh my god. I don't think I got much benefit from bleed here, to be honest. I would have done better to use some Karthus Rouge. Yeah, throwing a repair powder to keep my DPS up. Told you it's gonna pretty newbie fight. Oh yeah, that back swipe. That tends to happen very often with the left claw when you're behind them. I'm pretty sure it could happen with the right claw or both, but it just didn't in any of my any of my attempts tonight. Counterattack with the Karthus Curve Sword isn't exactly optimal. If you one-hand it and then try to roll and counter, you get better responsiveness and speed, you know. So yeah, I guess one mistake I made was two-handing instead of one-handing, because if you saw the damage, two-handing it was like giving me, what, 40 points more damage? Not worth it. Over the course of the fight, it's like, what, 400 points of damage, and then that's just one hit, you know. I think would have gotten much less hits. So yes, for this comet, this meteor attack, you want to sprint backwards. If you try to sprint forwards, like the AI does this weird thing where like it predicts where you're going to be or where you're going, and the AoE fucks you up. So it has enough tracking so where the AoE fucks you up. And over here, I'm kind of like, this is my first time dealing with the Demon Prince, I think, in my attempts for tonight. And this is my second successful attempt at them overall in New Game Plus 7. So I'm trying to learn as I go, and trying to keep things contextual and stuff, so I don't end up having to like retry and retry. It's better just to avoid it. So basically I'm just playing Frogger with hitboxes here, you know. Yeah, see, I didn't know that attack, but I just saw it coming, so I rolled, you know. I knew there was a hitbox there, so yeah. So as you can see, the attacks are fairly easy to avoid. It's just that they do a lot of damage and they come frequently, so overall they're much more threatening than your typical run-of-the-mill attacks. And that was a bad heal because I didn't exactly gauge how long the health bar is. You know, I could have had 2 more assists finishing the match with if I, you know, eyeballed it a little bit better. But, oh well. I'm over here, I'm kind of like stealing running attacks. Because those Curse Sword running attacks are great. Sellsword Twin Blades, great running attack. Warden, great running attack. Like running R1, I mean. carve this curve sword, great running attack also. Now that I think about it, if I used the weapon art with the frayed blade, I could have gotten off some nice bleed procs. Oh, do you see that? I'm not entirely sure why I missed that one. It probably had to do with, probably because my heels were past my head, I think, when I was rolling. Oh yeah, and I think I got screwed over by lock on here. But yeah, you want to roll to the side for that attack. Kind of just do what I'm trying to do here, because you know he's gonna have double the defense of one of the demons, so it's kind of like dealing with them both in one, you know, just in one confined space, pretty much. Oh, lucky, so fucking lucky there. And that's kind of a surprise there, but I rolled for the snap, so I didn't have to know that attack. I just had to know the hitbox was coming. Pays to have your instincts in order and stuff. Over here I leave myself available for an attack, and so I think I get the roll. Yes, I do get the roll. I remember there being lots of I remember there being a lot of long periods of just not being hit during this phase, which is pretty good for me, you know. You know, for a guy who's not good enough to be invaded and stuff, who can't like be embered when he's doing bonfire sections and shit like that, you know. Yeah. And thankfully I wasn't screwed by lock on over here. That's because I didn't try to manhandle my controller while rolling. You know, I just put in the inputs that I needed and that's it. Over here I almost get fucked. I would have needed to Estus there and that would have been properly fucked. And I think I'm so hungry to do attacks during this attempt because I so badly want to proc that bleed. And I don't know, I just can't handle bleed builds. Like, I get so hungry, I always want to attack, I always want to proc bleed because it does nice damage to enemies that are weak to bleed, and yeah, kind of a shame. Yeah, over here, yeah, if he's casting that second laser, that straight laser, you do not want to run left for that reason because he tracks you like a motherfucker, as you just saw. Decent damage over here. Yeah, here I'm almost screwed because of the angle that he traveled and stuff. Because of, like, and because of the way the camera rotates, you know, I end up rolling the wrong way. But that's why it's important to really make that roll straight, or just break your lock on and roll or something. Now, if that stagger thing did damage, I think that would have vastly increased my chances of losing this match. Oh. Over here, I'm getting just, you know, I think I'm starting to get nervous because, you know, I'm really in the deep of it, you know, neck deep in this fight, and if I lose, it's just like, whew, you know, I might lose my interest in fighting, and it just gets harder and harder for that reason. Oh, and over here, yeah, I ate that because I roll spammed, and so I didn't get my iframes. I just barely managed to get the hit there, kind of a lucky hit. Oh, Lord Jesus. Alright, so... anything else I can say? And yeah, point that for. So at least I didn't do that spammy finish. I hate spammy finishes. But you know, of course, before that there was definitely some spam. That was actually some lucky hits there. I really thought I lost the hitbox, but I didn't. Anyway, yeah, that's how you do the Demon Prince.